This Sunday on episode 43 of Ion Dependency, where every life is a biography.
It's the perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime.
This father was concerned about the future of his son, who was out of timing and out of control, with a mouth and attitude that would soon land him in hot water. Then, this happened.
I get 3 passes out of the sex I do, and I was happy. Reason being because I didn't know I could do it. The MiLAT program really helping. It is a boss. Hey, my name is Nkosi Thomas, better known as Jiggles, and this is my story.
Join us this Sunday on I-95.5 FM as we take a look into the life of a young Nkosi Thomas and the role the MiLAT program played in setting a new path for his future. Is this program the answer to youth delinquency and criminal behavior? Listen live from 10 a.m. this Sunday on I-95.5 FM or watch live on the I On Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. I On Dependency. We don't just share stories, we change lives.
For all them dropouts, what we recommend,
National service for them.
so these young boys will grow into gentlemen.
National service for them.
Bring it, bring it, bring it.
This Sunday on episode 43 of Ion Dependency, where every life is a biography.
It's the perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime.
This father was concerned about the future of his son, who was out of timing and out of control, with a mouth and attitude that would soon land him in hot water. Then, this happened.
I get 3 passes out of the sex I do, and I was happy. Reason being because I didn't know I could do it. The MiLAT program really helping. It is a boss. Hey, my name is Nkosi Thomas, better known as Jiggles, and this is my story.
Join us this Sunday on I-95.5 FM as we take a look into the life of a young Nkosi Thomas and the role the MiLAT program played in setting a new path for his future. Is this program the answer to youth delinquency and criminal behavior? Listen live from 10 a.m. this Sunday on I-95.5 FM or watch live on the I On Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. I On Dependency. We don't just share stories, we change lives.
For all them dropouts, what we recommend,
National service for them.
so these young boys will grow into gentlemen.
National service for them.
Bring it, bring it, bring it.
This Sunday on episode 43 of Ion Dependency, where every life is a biography.
It's the perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime.
This father was concerned about the future of his son, who was out of timing and out of control, with a mouth and attitude that would soon land him in hot water. Then, this happened.
I get 3 passes out of the sex I do, and I was happy. Reason being because I didn't know I could do it. The MiLAT program really helping. It is a boss. Hey, my name is Nkosi Thomas, better known as Jiggles, and this is my story.
Join us this Sunday on I-95.5 FM as we take a look into the life of a young Nkosi Thomas and the role the MiLAT program played in setting a new path for his future. Is this program the answer to youth delinquency and criminal behavior? Listen live from 10 a.m. this Sunday on I-95.5 FM or watch live on the I On Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. I On Dependency. We don't just share stories, we change lives.
For all them dropouts, what we recommend,
National service for them.
so these young boys will grow into gentlemen.
National service for them.
Bring it, bring it, bring it.
This Sunday, on episode 43 of Eye on Dependency, where every life is a biography.
It's the perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime.
This father was concerned about the future of his son, who would soon land him in hot water. Then, this happened.
I get 3 passes out of the sex I do, and I was happy. Reason being because I didn't know I could do it. The MiLAT program really helping. It is a boss. Hey, my name is Nkosi Thomas, better known as Jiggles, and this is my story.
Join us this Sunday on I-95.5 FM as we take a look into the life of a young Nkosi Thomas and the role the MiLAT program played in setting a new path for his future. Is this program the answer to youth delinquency and criminal behavior? Listen live from 10 a.m. this Sunday on I-95.5 FM or watch live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. Eye on Dependency. We don't just share stories, we change lives.
For all them dropouts, what we recommend,
National service for them.
so these young boys will grow into gentlemen.
National service for them.
Bring it, bring it, bring it. It's the perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime, to build a better state and community, redirect our youth and their idle capacity. Some don't know their history, why we were brought to this place. Indentureship or slavery, it has nothing to do with race. To give them a sense of purpose of the nation we want to build. So of course the focus is more than mover and love and till. For all them dropouts, what we recommend,
National service for them.
instead of looting, shooting, causing mayhem,
National service for them.
our youth are in crisis, as we all can see. Time to teach them civics, a sense of identity. That national pride means more than a flag in the sky. Well, boy, that one so obscene as our children suffer and die. So let's fix the twig while it could still bend.
National service for them.
We've lost
What is calypso? I'm sure you don't really know.
In the month of October, I-95.5 is proud to celebrate Calypso History Month. Reignite the Calypso magic. Join I-95.5 FM, the most influential name in culture, as we celebrate our Calypso icons. The Lord Relator, Gypsy, the mighty Chalk Dust, Brother Valentino, Funny, and Bally. This October, listen out for In Memory of, paying tribute to our icons of the past, Monday to Thursday, inside, live at 10. Calypso Icons, highlighting this month's featured Calypsonians, Monday to Friday. Woman Rising, our Woman in Calypso, Monday to Thursday, inside Connections with Cameron. And Calypso for Steel, the music made for the steel pan in the afternoon drive. Join us here on the Eye.
This Sunday, on episode 43 of Eye on Dependency, where every life is a biography.
It's the perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime.
This father was concerned about the future of his son, who was out of timing and out of control, with a mouth and attitude that would soon land him in hot water. Then, this happened.
I get 3 passes out of the sex I do, and I was happy. Reason being because I didn't know I could do it. The MiLAT program really helping. It is a boss. Hey, my name is Nkosi Thomas, better known as Jiggles, and this is my story.
Join us this Sunday on I-95.5 FM as we take a look into the life of a young Nkosi Thomas and the role the MiLAT program played in setting a new path for his future. Is this program the answer to youth delinquency and criminal behavior? Listen live from 10 a.m. this Sunday on I-95.5 FM or watch live on the I on Dependency Facebook page or YouTube channel. I on Dependency. We don't just share stories, we change lives.
For all them dropouts, what we recommend.
National service for them.
So these young boys will grow into gentlemen.
National service for them.
Bring it, bring it, bring it.
I on Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on I-95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the I on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
I on Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on I-95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the I on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Perfect remedy for these times, for the growing malady of violence and crime, to build a better state and community, redirect our youth and their idle capacity. Some don't know their history, why we were brought to this space. Indentureship or slavery, it has nothing to do with race. To give them a sense of purpose of the nation we want to build. So of course the focus is more than mover and laugh until. For all them dropouts, what we recommend.
National service for them.
Instead of looting, shooting, causing mayhem.
National service for them.
Our youth are in crisis, as we all can see. Time to teach them civics, a sense of identity. That national pride means more than a flag in the sky. Well, boy, that one so obscene as our children suffer and die. So let's fix the twig while it could still bend.
National service for them.
We've lost enough of our young men.
National service for them. I remember Ella Andel's anthem. She said there's a missing generation and our duty is to find them. We refused to listen or did not hear. So now one by one they come in and two by two they disappear. We must catch them early, they are our greatest resource. Whether Girl Guides or Brownies, Cub Scouts or the Cadet Force. Channel your energies toward culture or sport. The devil always busy, idle hands are his prime resort. So before two petty crimes they descend, National service for them.
finding work for lawyers quick to defend.
National service for them.
Our youth have been crying and we must answer with urgency. So stop playing ostrich, pull your neck out the sand and see. This country is sinking into a crime-infested life.
Forget defecting and drinking, we need solution and need them fast. So before they end up in the condemn,
national service for them.
To turn a rough coal into a diamond gem.
National service for them.
I hear a leader with his racist views. He said, keep that for Africans, but don't touch my Hindus. They have their little children under control. But I remember Joey Ramaya, Narish, and a man named Dole. We can't afford to build barriers like the Berlin Wall. When there's a raging fire, it affects one and all. Besides, who does be complaining that the children getting kidnapped? But now the time to do something, you're bumping your gum and just talking crap. To set the youth straight, what we recommend,
national service for them.
We want a strategy, not a stratagem.
National service for them.
Our youth are in crisis. It's a national emergency, and it's everyone's business, not just Mova but Caroni. Who want to wear blinkers must open their eyes and see. Is every class, every color that filling we cemetery. This bigger than UNC, PNM.
National service for them.
Before they kick the door in by you, my friend.
National service for them. Debate the structure that it should have with the proper infrastructure. All the gangs will starve. What you think's the fodder for all this heat is all them young teenagers roaming on we street. Most don't know their father. He never gives them a hug. So in wolf packs they gather to plot mischief and do their drugs. Is it any wonder the gang lord is the surrogate? A substitute father figure, Lord Rome is burning as we wait. To save on the jail money we just spend. National service for them.
So these young boys will grow into gentlemen.
National service for them.
Our youth are in crisis of wasted opportunity. Forget all this foolishness of race and ethnicity. Stop trying to measure who gets a bigger share of the pie. We must learn to live together, or together we all shall die. So the only solution left, my friends,
national service for them.
If you find a preach, let me hear amen.
National service for them.
Bring it! Amen. Bring it! Hallelujah! Bring it! Bring it! Bring it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Good God!
Before you kick the door in by you, my friend.
National
Good morning.
service for them.
Thank you, Natasha. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to our Dependency in 2009. And I want to thank him for this, for all it's worth, Mr. Christoph Grant. This was written by Christoph Grant in 2009. And there is one line that jumped out at me just this second here, before they kicked the door in by you, my friend. When this was recorded, home invasions weren't a thing.
Kidnapping was the crime du jour.
Before they kick the door in by you, my friend.
Yep.
If that is not prophetic, tell me what is. Because that is happening today.
Yep.
They're kicking the door in by you, my friend. So, we have a young man and his father in studio with us. Good morning, Natasha.
Morning, God. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to our Dependency listeners. If you are on I-95.5 FM or you are joining us online on Facebook or YouTube, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning, Nkosi, and good morning, Themba.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, we have two special guests in studio here this morning with us, ladies and gentlemen. I keep telling you all, God continue to guide our Dependency. And just in time, Nkosi Thomas showed up on Facebook and it went viral. On TikTok, all over the place. Even the Minister of National Security was impressed with this young man. So much so that he insisted that we have him on our Dependency this morning. And here he is with us, with his father, with a story to tell, and an outfit that can bring out a section in All Stars Steel Orchestra.
Yeah, sexy outfit.
Nkosi wearing this morning. Yeah. If you see this outfit, you could put on the hat a little bit, let those on Facebook and YouTube see it.
Yeah, I see the hat too.
Yes, let them see
it. We love everything sexy.
Listen to me, people. This, if I told him, if he don't take advantage of this, somebody will. But somebody going and take this pretty outfit he has on here, flowered hat, flowered shirt, and white pants with white sneakers. Mm-hmm. That's a section in a band, trust me.
Yep, absolutely.
Only thing I'm saying right now is what's called a guitar? Yeah. Rockstar.
So we've been bringing you news that had some of you sad over the last few months. And this morning we want to bring you a feel-good story. A story that ended almost fairy tale-like. And when Nkosi's father called me and he said, Mr. Sinclair, I need my son. I want back my son. I want my son on the straight and narrow. And they will tell you the rest. Themba, good morning. So we have Themba Thomas and Nkosi Thomas in studio with us this morning. Nkosi is better known as Jiggles.
Mm-hmm. Jiggle in, jiggle out. Jiggle all about.
And trust me, folks, he's a handful. And lift me right off the ground and I never say I don't like. That's another story. We have some pictures to show you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if anybody ever told him this, but he looked like a junior Idi Amin. In his kids.
In his kids, yes. In the kids,
serious,
definitely.
Serious.
When God said it, I said, this is a mini Idi Amin.
Yes, he does look like a young Idi Amin back in his younger days. And there is no insult to you, my friend.
Idi Amin is a great man.
Infamous as he was.
Yes.
Well, your father will help you.
You will learn.
He's one of the black heroes. You will learn.
Yes.
And the face, the king and I, it remind me that anyhow. Let me stay focused.
As the hero.
So, the military-led academic training program and the military youth program of apprenticeship and reorientation training was conceptualized and by the then Patrick Manning administration with a steering committee set up. And the two people who really responsible for these acronyms are Major General Archie Phillip and Major General Anthony Philip Spencer. They came up with these acronyms. The military-led academic training program was the academic program, as the name implies, academic, and my part was the skills-based program. So those who couldn't excel academically had a chance to do it vocationally. Unfortunately, when that administration changed, the my part and MiLAT was separated. I don't know why. Now you do hear about my part, and I hope it would return. But we have a graduate from the MiLAT program. So this morning we're going to show you his journey. After we speak with him, we're going to show you his pictures and the journey through the MiLAT program, and ending with the passing out parade in Tetron Barracks, one we captured in 2016, and see what the MiLAT ends, the end result of all that hard work that they do at the MiLAT. But first, Themba, welcome to Dependency, and thank you all very much for accepting this invitation. Tell us a bit about your family. Because nobody didn't know about you until Jiggle showed up, you know. So tell us about your family, and I'm sure you're very proud.
Yes, I am proud. People know about me a little bit because our single fathers, Shuam Fields, I was interviewed about 2 times.
Okay.
But we come from really relatively a small family. I should say, but I actually grew up with 2 brothers and a sister, with my mother. You know, and what happened with Nkosi is something that I never experienced. I never had the real father figure in the sense of being there for me. I could have called my father on the phone, but not like how I is with Kosi everywhere he going. You know, I wanted to be like that. PTA meetings, they know me. Even though I have a daughter, I just everything, they know me. I put myself in place. Teachers know me. I add them on WhatsApp. I communicate with them. You know, and while I was a youth, I used to always realize issues coming up. And most of the issues was male related. And I just had to go and ask my mother, and my mother will just, she trying, you know. She answered me, but again, what I want to get. And when I turn an adult, I say, nah, I'm not putting my son through that because he need a male appearance now. And I started to read books. I started to Google certain things. So things then, when people watch you and they will see you doing certain things, they'll just think, nah, just so you wake up in the morning, you have to educate yourself about what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
And I follow a lot of people on social media that do stuff like this. You know?
How old were you when you had Nkosi?
23. Yeah.
So you're a young father with this little boy. And what kind of a child was he growing up?
Suck finger baby, never crying. So he was a child that everybody loved from birth, you know. He never used to cry. So we used to have to time him to feed him. And it's my mother that showed me that. She said, you see this child, everybody can watch him because he don't cry. So he not crying for to change his pampers. He not crying for food.
Right.
He just had a finger in his mouth and he smiling whole day. So we used to have to time him to feed him and check his pampers all the time. Always had to pull it to make sure because he not crying. He never used to cry for anything. And I think what happened these days with most things is the broken relationship with when parents separate. Right. When parents separate, children always, including me, you always want your parents to come back together. There's be a fight in your mind.
Yeah.
Even though you don't realize you're doing it, you're doing it. But I realized that was going on with my son, and then my mother was diagnosed with cancer. She spoiled child. There's a woman from birth coming and knocking on my door. So I come from a grandchild. And she gets sick. And I feel the separation from him and all was affecting her.
Yeah.
Because every time we go and look in the hospital where he was so young he couldn't come up on the ward. And the other day she just make up she mind she'll come outside and walk along the step, and them nurses and them, they were angry, saying they were getting trouble, but she said she was see grandchild. And it's a good thing she doing because that was the last time he ever saw her.
Wow.
So all these things I think started to make him angry. It come like I lost my mother. Even though his mother is alive, she not there. My grandmother gone. And then coming into the years, my sister passed away. My big sister, who also was spoiling him. You know, so it had a lot of death in the family. Not nobody murdered them. They get ill and they died.
Right.
But these is people who was close to him and female.
Yeah.
Now people is think, he daddy, but female important in our male life growing up just as a father.
Absolutely.
I remember everybody just slipping away. And then his grandmother on his mother's side migrated. So less females again.
Yep.
You know, he still have a relationship with that way, but that closeness from him, if I could jump in a car and go by somebody and talk it over your phone is different. You know, even though you could talk to them, but the availability, it wasn't there.
So you started seeing a gradual change in him?
Since he MiLAT?
No. Before that.
Growing up.
Growing up.
These people close to him. And
yeah, I saw a change.
he was acting up.
And a teacher, I can't remember his name, the principal of Aranguez Primary School, I think he retired now. He noticed something in him, and he also told me, your son, very talented, and he had to keep him away from the criminal elements because he said he influential.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I just watch him, he just get other trying to do other things. And people who in the negative era just watch this because this is somebody that can bring other people to them.
Right.
And from there, I started, he started getting himself in little trouble. But as all I could see, he mouth not easy.
But
But it's positive now.
What was his school tenure like? Before that, though, do you think that because normally when parents separate, the mother takes the children, so you decided you're going to keep him, or what was
I had him and his brother for a period of time, and then when things got difficult with me, I actually had us to send him by his mother to live because I really didn't have the finances to deal with him. And I think there is where everything started to go downhill. Everything, because I did start to blame myself too. I say, boy, I should have just stick with my child, Because when he went by his mother, everything started to go downhill. I started to get a phone call. And then I end up having to take him back alone.
So is it safe to say then that because, and maybe Jiggles could elaborate on this, but because of a father figure is not around, you think a boy child has that feeling, well, I could run things because there's no male figure in my life.
In a kind of way, because I didn't like at the point in time I didn't like my stepfather. I didn't like him at all because I wanted my two parents of them to be together. Because the primary school I was going was in Grandy itself, and it was I can't remember, Upper Guayco RSC. I was going there, and it was the principal and so on and so on. And I used to watch my class, the majority of people in my classes, everybody, you see mommy and daddy, mommy and daddy, mommy and daddy. Sometimes my mother working, so she can't come. So sometimes I did by myself.
And you were your stepfather?
Exactly.
He
will come. Mm-hmm. He will come, but me and he never had that kind of relationship to say, yeah, that's my stepfather or later. We never had that kind of relationship because I never let myself like him because I wanted my father there. So when I was there, I used to get problems. I want something like, when you go on vacation, tell him with your other parents, because while I was living with my mother, I would go by my father for vacation and so on. I would get problems because I don't want my stepmother there. And I used to try to make different situations that could to come up so two of them could bounce up. But every time them bounce up, them used to be curling. Right, them used to be curling.
Right. Is it safe to say, though, that your stepfather tried to get close to you, but you put up a wall?
Yeah, I put up a big wall.
So he did try?
Yeah, he tried. He used to play with me and thing, and I used to overdo it. Just to get vexed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't know him there. But the place where my mother was staying was his place. Where my mother was going, she can't go nowhere.
Right.
So all them kind of different things it's the only time I started looking at that is when I started to get older. But when you're younger, what you want is what you want.
How did that translate to your school life now? How did you...
That was cinema school. If anybody was in my class, don't know my grades and them wasn't good. My grades and them wasn't good at all because my main focus was family. I wanted my mother and father together, so that's what I wanted. And because I wasn't getting it, I wasn't more focused on really school. Because I come from school, my mother go help with school or whatever, but you see when she not there, I not go and pick up no book.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we are speaking with a young man whose video went viral this week, who introduced himself as Jiggles, but he's Nkosi Thomas, and he's here with his father. We're going to take a break, and when we return, I'm going to come back to Themba, who will tell us when did he decide to make an intervention, what caused it, and the decision, how he ended up at the MiLAT program. You're listening to Dependency. Natasha, we take a break?
Yep, absolutely.
We take a break, we'll be back.
Cappy, talk to you now, boy. Got a small work for you to do. Make a quick 10 G's. What you gonna do for me?
10 G's? What's that how much do this, boy?
What you doing? Taking your boat, run up the islands, pick up some people and then bring them back here for me. That's all you have to do.
That's sounding like human trafficking, boy. That's a serious crime. I can't make that.
Trafficking in human beings is a serious violation of a person's human rights. It violates a person's right to freedom of movement, freedom of choice, freedom of speech, and freedom of identity. It is a heinous crime which affects local, regional, and international peace and security. A victim of human trafficking is subjected to many types of abuse. The crime destroys a person's dignity and self-worth. Victims often feel hopeless, are suicidal, and are stigmatized in their communities. Child victims are deprived of their rights to education, play, and social interactions. They're essentially robbed of their childhood, and that can never be regained once those years have passed. If we do little or nothing to fight against human trafficking in our country, we can face economic sanctions from international agencies and partners. Our country will be losing money. Doing little or nothing to fight against human trafficking will tarnish our country's international image and, most of all, the value we place on human life. Human trafficking is no respecter of persons. Anyone can be a victim. So let us all strive to safeguard human life and dignity in Trinidad and Tobago.
We are the Counter-Trafficking Unit of the Ministry of National Security, Trinidad and Tobago, safeguarding human life.
Hello. Hi, this is Patricia Kent from HMP London. Can I speak to Miss Sheila, please?
This is Miss Sheila.
Hi, I've got an important call for you. Please hold the line. Mommy, it's Sherry.
Oh God, Sherry, we looking for you all the time. 3 weeks now. Where you going?
Mommy, I called in to tell you I get locked up. I had drugs in my luggage and I'm in England right now. In jail.
Oh God, Sherry, what? What you do? How you reach there? Oh God, how we gonna do?
Oh God, Mommy, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. It'll be alright. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Eye on Dependency. Reality radio at its best every Sunday on I 95.5 FM. Don't miss it.
Eye on Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on I 95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Thank you for staying with us. This is Eye on Dependency, and we are in studio with Nkosi Thomas, also known as Jiggles, and his dad Themba, and we are talking about how Nkosi's life started and the issues that his family was facing. And there was a point in time when Garth was actually referred to Nkosi's dad. Tell us about what led you to make that first phone call to Garth.
No, well, actually, as a kid parent in knowing what to do. Mm-hmm. Started chat with my peers who I went to school with.
Right.
We have a little group, and Olanda Sibero reached out to me and she said, talk to this guy about helping the youths.
Yes.
And see how far it will reach.
Right.
You know, and that's what make me make the call. And in making the call, I was in Chanel a few tears and she was not saying she was here. Because I don't know how people can want to help the child and give up.
What made, let me just stick up in here. What made this phone call so special is that you hardly get calls from fathers. We get mostly calls, 9 out of 10 times, mothers. So for a father to call me about his son and was crying to me on the phone, I'm talking about crying. He thought I wasn't hearing, but he was crying. And that to me was really special, a father going out like that for his son.
Yep.
Themba?
Yeah, it was a sad moment for me, but
what was taking place at that point when you made the call? What was going on with Nkosi?
he just wasn't listening to nothing I say, no matter what I tell him. If I talking to him, yeah, he hearing, he watching, he listening at that point in time, but he not doing nothing that I tell him to do. And when I would confront him on it, he have no excuse. And most of the time when we conversation, it is, I don't know why doing this and that kind of way.
Yeah.
And I saying, you had to find some way because his teachers having issues with his attitude, but like him. So I saying, nah man, it had to have something good because look, all of them are actually reaching out and saying they're happy for him and thing. These is people who he was actually, that's where he had them in battling. And what I would like to tell people too is, you see stigma, people just put stigma on children, like they slow and they can't do that, and they did that thing. Saying that he's slow, and I think that damages his
esteem.
His self-esteem
and confidence,
and confidence a lot. Because at that times he always used to say, well, I can't do this and I can't do that, and I used to say, but you never do it. How you know you can do it? You had to try it first.
Correct.
You had to try it. And I think that is what mostly used to get him in the trouble. Because he want to try it because he believed I can't do it.
Yes.
So he didn't want to try it. Because he actually passed for Silver Life Center. But the head teacher in the Silver Life Center saying, Nkosi grades is actually higher than everybody else in this school. So she don't know why he's in our life center. She actually used to say that all the time. Why she can't understand why he in our life center. But he said to me that he didn't finish one of the exam or something like that.
Right. Yeah,
But
and that's a common something that I myself, get annoyed with people for saying, oh, this child is not academically inclined. Let me try and let him do something with his hands or something. Like, no, if he's not applying himself or being guided as to how to do the academics, they could do it. Exactly, they could do it.
Spend a lot of money,
because I did give up on that CXC. Because the teacher that have, she used to always say, because remember when in pass a certain subject when in primary school, right?
Yes.
The principal is coming on the teacher. Remember I tell the principal was mad, and she knew she never, so she go and come down the teacher why he not learning or what, so on is the case. And my teacher, the teacher that I had at that point in time, she used to say, I wonder how go on for essay, I wonder how go on for this and that. For itself used to be mashing me up because she used to have me feeling here, boy, like, you really can't do this, boy. You really can't do this. So during essay, when I was doing my exam, it's not that I didn't finish, I just give up and close the paper. I do the first point and her voice keep ringing in her head because the amount of time they keep repeating it.
Right.
So I just stopped. And I just went and sleep. I put the paper down, pencil inside case thing. When it's time for it to finish, it's people are wake me up because I sleep in dribble. I sleep on that paper. Then went and get free KFC like everybody else.
Wow.
Yeah, make sure they didn't sign it because I had to go buy somewhere else and get more KFC again. And that is how it was going.
But did you tell after that exam, what did you tell your dad? How did you tell him?
As soon as I knew my father was going to come, I remember making a call on our home in Standard 4 and asked my father if I could come back and live by him when I finish primary school or whatever. And as soon as I get my slip, I realized so I cry, but I know that what I was going to get. And I called my father and tell him, is this idea, and he organized arrangement for me to move back by him and so on and so on. And from there I tried to take that way I feel Mr. Sexy Man come up. I had to make my own to make me feel happy. My own
yourself.
Exactly. I recreate myself. Right. Find different ways so I can make myself happy And I build my confidence so that nobody can break that wall. That not even concrete, that is steel. And that steel different. No coin, nothing. No bullet could go through that. Because my confidence right now, to the top. I can wear a Barbie shirt and all right now. And nothing gonna make me feel bad about myself. Nothing. Because I know me. And
but
I
now,
love me.
let me ask. If you're just joining us, folks, you're listening to Independency, and we are speaking with our father and son this morning, Nkosi Thomas and Themba Thomas. Nkosi went viral this week when he posted a video about MiLAT program, and we'll show you that in a moment. The back and forth between parents, did that affect you? Did you feel at some point in time like nobody loved me really and you just had to be going?
Yeah, and I started to attack the two of them. And attack meaning I started to get two of them problems. And when they asked me what I was doing it, I used to say I don't know, but I know exactly what I was doing. My father tried to talk, the most person I ever tried to talk to was my father. I remember majority of the time women just curl. My mom used to curl. I used to find a way to move. But my father used to talk. Because you know at a certain age, your father would stop your hands on you. So he just used to talk until he couldn't talk no more. So that way he had I can't remember what was the name of this ministry. And we used to be online. Yeah, the Trans Court. And he put me with different people to talk and so on and so on. I let a woman know was my biggest problem. It had a woman, I can't remember she name. That the girl, she was my counselor. She not doing it again, but she was the best counselor I ever had.
Edwards.
Yeah, that is my best counselor. I could tell she anything.
Who is the person?
Akiba Edwards.
She was the
she
best.
Got promotion. She's in Tobago.
Yeah,
so
she
not
is
doing
the
that
best.
Again.
Yeah,
But she still
best.
keep in contact.
But tell us
she's
now
the reason I get through with MiLAT.
Tell us how you got to the children's court, because a lot of people are not aware of the services that are offered there. What led you to the
Well,
children's
my father make that call because I was unruly. Anything he said, I wasn't listening to it. See, while he talking, I say, yeah. Yeah. From the time he decided, I going back on my same track again because my main goal was, as I tell people, I didn't want my stepmother here. I didn't want it. I wanted my two parents and them together. As a youth man, that I hear in this one, my mother married for this amount of years thing with my father thing, and I seen couples and majority of the time when I look at it, it was me and my father, not my mommy, me and my father.
You felt hurt by that?
It was always like that. Because my mom was living Grandy and my father was down here. So, and majority of the time when she had to do some, she can't make it because of the distance. So I never really blame her, but majority of the time it was just me and my father.
Did you ever meet anybody like you in your position at school who felt the same way?
Nah, not at school, only in MiLAT.
Who felt abandoned or hurt by the way
And I is the closest with them two fellas. Them is the reason I'm a passage right now.
We'll talk about that. Themba, you decided to, who referred you or how did you find out about the children's court? It's family court?
Yeah, it's children's court.
Right. How did you find out?
I think it's in St. Clair, yeah.
How did you find out about it?
Well, as I tell you, with single fathers and thing, I think it had they were doing something. We was actually talking about something within the group, and somebody suggested, it's not just for criminals. Children who commit criminal activities, you can actually go there and get help.
Yeah.
And while the woman was interviewing me, same thing as with Mr. Sinclair, I started crying. She said, I get tissue. And she said, oh God, you making me feel to cry because I never see like a father in there. I say, well, yeah, my whole thing is plenty people just give up on children. Whether it doesn't matter male or female, people just give up.
Was this a magistrate?
No, that's the I think that's called them
advocates.
The persons who take when they go in court who listening there, I forget the name, a CSR, who taking all your information and stuff. And then I was given a date. And when I actually went, that time everything wasn't online yet. That's because COVID it was in the air, but everything didn't go online yet. So we actually went down to the court, and the magistrate was asking me, why are you bringing me here? I say, well, I actually bring him here for we to get help, And she said, well, we have a few things here that we would try. And we started doing a lot of things. She even sent me to a group with men. And actually, that is how this group started off. Men Can. That is how the Men Can group started. We was the group that actually started it.
Okay.
So a lot of things come on from this Nkosi thing. You know? People on the radio now actually hearing and seeing the Men Can. I was one of the fellas in the original.
No,
you know?
no. Again, well, we have made several attempts to get the officials from the family court of the children's court to come on Dependency, but that's another story. However, we know for some people in Trinidad and Tobago, or a lot of people, especially for children under 18, it's a best kept secret. And this is why we wanted to reveal that secret to the public. Hey, you can access this court, but it's their job. Even though they didn't come, it's their job still to be more public and make people aware that this exists. Because this is the court, this is the magistrate that referred Nkosi to MiLAT, right?
Yeah.
Tell us, how did that happen?
When the problem started heating up, his mother didn't want him by her. And because of the tension with he and my wife, she didn't want them buying it. So we didn't know what to do. Him is either day or put him in our home.
Wow. See how this mess children up?
Wow.
And
when children act up in school, Natasha?
Yes.
Go ahead.
She said, we can't get somebody for him to go temporary by, and I think he went by his aunt. And he had to move from there again.
Wow.
So he was just moving. The final place he went by was his godmother in Mova. And well, she was more lenient than everybody else. More lenient. So I think he started to get attached to her, he started to call her mommy and stuff like that. And from there, that is when we started work out, and I did not know about MiLAT. I'm being honest, I only know about my part because two young fellas up by we actually went there.
Right.
So I actually went down there, and they gave me a set of people to find out. And then when I called back, I realized they disappeared. I went to MiLAT, but he was 15. And they say he was too young to go into the program. But I keep my eye on it. 2 years had passed. You know, sometimes you just get comfortable. Like I tell people too. When you see comfort is the worst thing in the world. Because I tell you, he was 15.
Comfort is the enemy of progress.
Yes.
16 years, and I still didn't put him in. Because I get comfortable. We started having a more rapport that we started to talk.
Yeah.
And the whole MiLAT just fly out the air until the issues arise again. Now when the issues arise, the magistrate sent a letter to them trying to organize for him to go there. I, on my own, started to call different heads who was actually running the program, because people feel Trinidad not as big as you think it is. I only get numbers of people in Coast Guard, Army, and I calling and I just calling, and this person gave me that person number, and I'm not giving up. That's why I tell people, you see that giving up part, I never give up. Until we actually got Mr. Akiba, who was a counselor, who actually worked with the counselor in MiLAT.
Right.
And our next guy who does help young boys, I think his name is Mr. Anthony. They call him Mr. X.
Yeah, Mr.
He's,
X.
Yeah. He came to a function in the credit union. And that's how I get his number. I was actually I was actually in charge of doing things for children in the credit union on the board. And when I got his number, he was giving me a story how he went to jail and he tried to help young boys. He even adopted a few. And he said, one of my sons going MiLAT. And he gave me the young fella number, which is a good young fella too. I call him, I started to talk to him. He said, I will talk to the social worker for you. And he set up an interview. Why everything else going on in the background? He set up an interview in MiLAT. And I just tell people, the devil is trying to always stop progress. Because when the councillor told me to reach our time, we reached there. Issues with him, I take out his vehicle, and we started with the hour and a half, and he was saying, I said I waited. I waited, and we actually waited there long enough from I think from 9 till almost lunchtime. And then he actually showed up, but he was getting difficulties, but he was communicating with me. And this is a man stick with Nkosi too.
No, the magistrate. You remember her name? When someone saves a life, we have to sing and thank God.
I can't remember her name.
I remember I believe it was a Douglas lady. It's a Douglas Indian lady, but she was a real pretty lady. That's the only reason I used to talk. If anybody, if it was a male, trust me, I wasn't talking.
Not cutting Kosi. One thing I actually remember about her that I love is she gave him most of the time when Trent go before court or anything to don't let the Trent talk. There's either let Trent's authority talk, there's let the adult talk. She gave him an opportunity to explain himself.
Yeah.
And everybody had to be quiet for we to hear he explain himself.
Yeah.
And I think she said she doing that to know he part in all of this to know to make her. And we actually love because when his mother was there, his mother was getting upset because I think he did steal her phone or something like that. And the magistrate did get a little upset because we deal with that issue already. And that's all she keep bringing it up. She keep bringing it up. And she said, all right, because he take her phone already. We just trying to, move on to see how better he done take the phone already.
Yeah.
We can't go back and make him, he done do it already, and we dealing with the situation. Now we trying to make him a better person.
Yeah.
And God had put it in this way that everybody, Nkosi meet from in child's court, I could say actually love Trent. It had a young fella, they put from Trent's authority, because I had real issues with Trent's authority. But this actual fella, Kosi said to me that every time he come in with police, and everybody feeling a little uncomfortable. And I call the guy and I tell the guy, we say, well, that protocol. I say, but remember we trying to make him, and he changed how he does do it. He had the police waiting lower down, and he actually come by himself.
So he understood, and
so that's why I'm saying, people that just hear what you're saying, but they don't listen. He actually listened.
Wow. Remember his name? You're supposed to have documented all of these names.
Correct.
Because
we can't remember the person name, but I know it was them or those police officers know me well, because anyway they see me one day in the Jeep, they see me every single the whole Sour police station know me because I used to sell sweetbread and cake, so he used to call me sweetbread man.
Right.
So them know me, but the other police and I was working with the ministry and stuff, them know me because of court, and they used to come and visit and so on and so on and so on. And I believe I was getting good people, because Mr. Kiba Edwards, when I could have called you anytime. It has sometimes we have specific days to talk, and we talking whole week. She have clients to deal with, and she finish deal with them, she talks to me. That will make me used to feel comfortable. And the woman who was running the thing too, she used to make me feel comfortable, because I never used to get a chance to talk. So that's why certain times when people ask me to say something, I used to say I don't know what to say. Because you never give me a chance to talk before, so I don't want no chance now. Don't give me the chance now to talk when I wanted the chance before. Because you used to, it has certain parents while they're talking, they always try to say don't talk over them, and they're asking you a question.
Yes.
That used to upset me and my mother. I used to do that right too. Yeah, so why does do it, boy? Well, they did and that's how she used to be going back and forth. God, I tell people, don't get me wrong, I love my mother, but she was never understanding. And me and she never really had that kind of relationship. Reason being because my stepfather, it's only now as I get older, me and my mother start to talk different, because I had to take my time and say, yes, this is how my mother is operate. This is how they operate. And that is how everything will be okay. Because I just visit my mother once in a while. Not to stay there, but go visit and see what's going on, because I love my little brother. Me and he was together, and when they're separate, that and all two had a big problem. You see, when I had to go by my father, I tried to convince he and all to come back, because everywhere we go, we used to go together.
Right.
He was like my right-hand man for trouble. Anywhere I go, he was
Influencing
going.
him.
Everywhere we go, we used to get licks together. Everything we do together. Not he alone could get licks, I get licks too. Because sometimes when, you know, if I will get you 2-3 lash, I jumping in the other lash too. Yeah, I ain't going to want you get licks alone.
Right.
My father right here, we never used to take licks separately. Like why if I know I thief the sugar, two and we not answering. Beat the two and we. Nobody go and we know we two. He know I eat the sugar, he know I eat the sugar. But we not going to say nothing. That's how close we was, and when we separated, he grew up a different way and I grew up a different way.
Now, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we're listening to a very intriguing story here this morning. Father and son, Nkosi Thomas, better known as Jiggles, and his father just told us who got him into the MiLAT program. God bless that magistrate who you are, ma'am. Thank you so much for saving a life. You know the saying, you save a life, you make 1,000 angels sing, and I'm sure there are more lives being saved by this institution. So thank you all very much. So he got into MiLAT. He was finally accepted into MiLAT.
Actually, he failed the first entry exam.
And what happened?
It break his self-esteem again. Yeah. Because I had was to convince him to go MiLAT. I don't like, you know how some parents just make that decision for you? Mm-hmm. Like, hey, you gotta go MiLAT. Yeah. I sit down and I talk to him. I say, go MiLAT. After MiLAT, you could come home. Because when you go MiLAT, it's everything that we hear about MiLAT supposed to change some part of you.
It's a residential program run by the military.
You're going and be a man, so you have to learn to make decisions for yourself. You want to go MiLAT.
So you failed the first time?
Yeah, he failed, and
what happened?
They called them back to do it over.
Okay. Yeah, but they couldn't remember that they called me already. So we said nothing. We said nothing. So when I tell Daddy, why they call you back again? He said, but in one time, nobody had to know them call me already. And here is what, and I believe, I just tell people, I never believed that I passed that test.
So you left school without subjects, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I believe it was the solar fella who was in charge. That is Mr. His name is Edwards too. Mr. Edwards, he was a solar fella. Because the first time I went, my father wasn't expecting me to take so long. And I didn't eat from this morning, and I didn't went with him. So straight into lunchtime, I starving, I hungry. And that man gave me a call to call my father. So I tell him that we almost done bring something for me to eat, please. And that man see me again, come back and say, well, I failed the first time, but you know, come back again. Mm-hmm. And then he asked me for my name, date of birth, this and that. Yeah. So I just tell people, I don't believe it was that test I passed. I believe he pulled me because he was the ACC and I didn't even know. I thought I was just a random soul. Okay, remember me see nothing on here. I was not paying attention to the rest. Mm-hmm. So I think in here private. So and when I realized and he come, he's the big man in charge. And I believe it's he pulled me in. And he had a big part to play with me changing also. Because it had plenty times during that training I wanted to go from there.
Well, let's get to that now. So now you've been admitted. And how are you adjusting to the change in the environment and the structure and everything?
The first time I reached there, I thought it was prison. You see in a set of bag wire fence and a blue gate. And you can't jump across that. And if they feel to close it, they close it. And then when they pay me in rooms now, the rooms and them looking like they sell one, they sell two here. Yeah, so I used to feel like, yeah, boy, they prison. And then it had lockers. And then I had a roommate. My roommate, I don't know if my roommate is afraid because I was real big. That time my mobile was more than 300 pounds. That's real big. Couldn't even see my eye. I was very big.
Really?
Real big. Legs, everything big.
Yeah, he was fat.
Real big. It had pants I wear now. Then I real plenty. My leg was real fat. You could have swear as a fat girl. I'm telling you, I was real big. Because the first day, my roommate name was Pierre. He offered me certain things. And that time I realized he and only had the little disorder and only served to with sugar and so on. And me and he became good friends.
If you're just joining us, please don't send us any WhatsApp on the I-95 WhatsApp chat, right? You could send it to our Dependency at on Facebook or YouTube. And if you're new to this channel, please remember to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel as we have a chat with young Nkosi Thomas here this morning. Did you see a change from him as he entered the MiLAT program? You expected he finally settled down in the program, right?
Yeah, well, the first 3 months will be tough on any parent, especially if you have a relationship with your child, because they have no communication for the first 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, no.
You sure not 3 weeks?
Nah, 3 months.
3 months with a ball head too. And hot sun. Don't forget the hot sun and the ball head.
You know, I don't know, Nkosi always have a way with the ladies.
Yeah, I love woman.
The woman tell me come, she say, if you want to talk to Nkosi, I can organize it. She say, I like him. If you want to talk to him, I say, nah, let Nkosi finish what he's supposed to do. That's to tell her, he know how to talk good.
Right.
And if you can ask him, I always tell him, in this life, what does make people successful is a God-given talent. You have to find out where God-given talent is. And his God-given talent is talking.
Now, let's go to that video A, short man. And this was the testimony from Jiggles that went viral. And I say Jiggles, but his name is Nkosi Thomas. And a lot of people really, was enamored by his delivery and what he said on this video. So let's go to the video, short man. Just play it and hear where he speaks about his journey at the MiLAT program. And then we'll take a break and then come back and show you a performance he did while at the MiLAT program. A Black Stallion is with Dorothy.
Yeah,
and
we
then
have
and we'll show you some pics and some other stuff of him in his journey through the MiLAT. I want to thank Mr. Hernandez and the folks at the MiLAT program for sending some pictures for us as well. So let's go to that video, the video that started it all.
Being in the program now more than a year, would you say that the program had a positive impact on your life?
Yeah, I go to the MiLAT program had a real positive impact on my life. Here's why too. Because I couldn't read and write properly. I had problems with my reading real bad. From the time I see words, I disengage one time. I don't go and read, I don't go and waste my time to read that. MiLAT helped me now with the early start one. Talk to my Ellis Ferguson and them let me know, not give up A.B. Wiley, Ellis Payne, P.O. George and those kind of fellas, P.O. Williams, P.O. Delph, who take the time out of them time to come and help me to do what I had to do. And it kind of take me far to realize that not to only depend on myself, that I was depending on them to also help me, and they make me realize that I can't depend on them all the time, depend on myself. And from them not being here, they started to leave me, and I started learning for myself to pick up the book by myself, and now I can't read full 100%, but I write at the 90%. That 10% is me paying in more work to keep going, and I go advise anybody to not give up in whatever they're doing, because all long rope have an end, but it's how you want to reach it to the finish line, and how you want to, everything how you started, you can't finish it the same way around.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Dobson here from HMP London. Can I speak to Mr. James, please?
This is Mr. James speaking.
Thank you. Can you hold the line? I have a call coming through to you, sir.
Sure.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, yes, Brian?
Daddy, I'm just calling to tell you that look up in the UK for drug trafficking.
Oh, yeah? You lock up? And you tell me I was going to Bago? And I tell you about them boy I was liming with? Well, all right. Don't drop the soap. Cheerio.
Eye on Dependency. Reality radio at its best every Sunday on I 95.5 FM. Don't miss it.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago, through the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons, continues to develop and implement effective policies and procedures to prevent and suppress human trafficking. To date, the National Task Force has developed 2 national plans of action against the crime of trafficking in persons. Trinidad and Tobago adopts a 4-pronged approach in its response to human trafficking. 1. Effective identification of victims and witnesses. 2. prevention of human trafficking. 3. Protection of victims and witnesses. And 4. Prosecution of suspected traffickers. In the Ministry of National Security, we established a specialized unit called the Counter-Trafficking Unit to lead and manage Trinidad and Tobago's response to human trafficking. The Counter-Trafficking Unit works closely with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, the Immigration Division, and international law enforcement agencies to aggressively and proactively investigate and prosecute suspected human traffickers. Human trafficking is a serious crime. Rest assured, the government of Trinidad and Tobago and its agencies remain committed in the fight against human trafficking and will respond with immediate effect when the need arises.
We are the Counter-Trafficking Unit of the Ministry of National Security, Trinidad and Tobago, safeguarding human life.
Eye on Dependency with Garth and Natasha.
Reality radio, at its best, where every life is a biography.
Sundays at 10 a.m. and exclusively on 95.5 FM.
And streamed live on the Eye on Dependency Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Staying with us. This is Eye on Dependency, and we're gonna go straight to the next video, which is Nkosi as a budding calypsonian. We don't know if this is something he wants to pursue, but he's here doing a Stalin rendition, a very popular song, and I am anxious to see how you're gonna respond to this. This is Wait Dorothy Wait by Nkosi Thomas, and you'll tell us, Nkosi, what event this was at?
This I can't remember the name of the place, but I just know it was in Tongue.
In Tongue?
All I know it was in Tongue, but I can't remember which part that had that. But it had plenty. Before we...
It was like MiLAT, a competition.
Yeah, before MiLAT come here, because it was a competition concerning MiLAT. But before we started performing, it had all kind of different school train and all kind of different thing there and all too. And how I is, from time I see vibes, I go and jump in it. And from time I started dance, people started circle me, started throw water in the air, and then the water cooler. And the people are them throwing the bottle of water. You know, that free water.
Yeah.
So people want to waste the free water.
And did you choose the song? How? And
yeah, I didn't choose the song. The first song I wanted to sing was I Feel Into Party, because I was the only one I knew.
Right.
And because I the only one I the one I popular song.
Mm-hmm.
I hear about Dorothy from my next instructor, but I didn't want no instructor singing.
Right.
And instructor Payne, he introduced me to that song. I started here with me because he know my kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, this song is for you.
Yeah.
When I started listening to it, I said, nah, but you say, boy, this song is not for me. But you see, when I started hear the part where you say, when I jump shot, I say, yes, sir, they for me here. They for me here. That will make me realize, yeah, boy. And I started practice it. I don't know what make me fumble. But as I tell people, if I did get a nice, proper Dorothy, nice little thick woman, yeah, would I remember them words? Or would I make up my own thing on the spot? Someone out of the two.
Right. So let's go to Nkosi performing Wait, Dorothy Wait by the Black Stallion.
Hey! Hey! My fans beg for a favor. I decide to please them, so I write this soca. Last year they come back with a different story. They said they want something smutty about either Dorothy. Now all my fans, you know your future depend. So I sit down to write this smut only to please them. And as I pick up my pen and my piece of paper, And I write out my first verse. This is what I remember. That oil money come and oil money go, and old people remain on the pavement I ghetto. So when Mr. Divider start, I start divide the bread equally. Yes, I go in and finish the whole damn calypso about Dorothy. Our champ she, and she jam me, and we back, and we roll back. And once my people keep fighting for equal share of the cake, wait Dorothy, wait Dorothy, wait. I take up the challenge just to prove to the lot. I decide to show them I, Stalin, could write a smut. But this dirty woman who come down from the island, and we're happening with Bachi, and we come out the steel pan. Look at Donaya, girl, to put on some short thing. Just to come on stage to show how Dorothy moving. And as I pick up my pen, I'm a hey, let me go. Our jam she, and I jam she, and we back, and we roll back. Come on.
What? You don't mash them up even with Nkosi. But that's all right. You enjoy yourself.
Come on, I must
and
enjoy.
you mash up the crowd.
Yes.
You could see the crowd from the first word you had them going.
Yeah,
straight again, short man. Give one more time. This is the encore.
Oh my goodness.
Hey! My fans beg for a favor. I decide to please them, so I write this soca. Last year they come back with a different story. They say they want something smutty about either Dorothy. Now all my fans, you know your future depend. So I sit down to write this smut only to please them. And as I pick up my pen and my piece of paper, and I write out my first verse, this is what I remember. That oil money come and oil money go, and old people remain on the pavement I ghetto. So when Mr. Divider start, I start to divide the bread equally. Yes, I go in and finish the whole damn calypso about Dorothy. Our champ she, and she jam me, and we back, and we roll back. And once my people keep fighting for equal share of the cake, wait Dorothy, wait Dorothy, wait. I take up the challenge just to prove to the lot. I decide to show them I, Stalin, could write a smut. But this dirty woman who come down from the island, and we're happening with Bashi, and we come out the steel pan. Look at Donaya, girl, to put on some short thing. Just to come on stage to show how Dorothy moving. And as I pick up my pen, I'm a hey, there you go. Our jam she, and I jam she, and we back, and we roll back. Come on.
Hey, welcome, Gary. Good applause, Gary. Come on, man. Gary, man, you're sticking, man. Hey, this is a feel good Independency morning here on I95.5 FM, live on the Independency Facebook page and YouTube channel. And we have Nkosi in studio with us, with his father, and his father is a proud man today, and we are so happy for you. We have some, let me just read this real quick before We show you some of the pictures of Nkosi during his time. So we have some folks dropping in on YouTube, and Kerwin Henderson said, I knew Themba before he had his first son. From start to finish, he was always dedicated to family. The Blue Life.
I work with him.
Morning jiggles, I reach honey, support real. As the Blue Life says that to you. Marsha said, amazing young man. Fallon Ford just said, Nkosi. Fallon said, my son, love him, and we're very proud of him. More blessings to come, my love. Jennifer C. Charles said, good morning, Garth and Natasha, and the guests. No, she's not student. Welcome. Congratulations, Nkosi. The world. This sort of blocking me here, but
the world is yours. Make your name.
Right.
You're an amazing example for the young people. A young ding dong, says Janelle.
A young ding dong.
Yes.
Yes, and you know, we are really proud of you. Tell us a bit before we show the people the picture, right? You have anybody saying hello on Facebook today? Or anybody making any comments?
On Facebook, yeah, there are plenty on Facebook. Hold on.
And if you're new to the channel, please, those of you on YouTube, please like and subscribe while you are there. Please like and subscribe to the channel as well as the Facebook.
So Cara says first she had to check her phone to see Nkosi perform. Plenty applause from Kathy Ann and love, and applause from Udine. Eve says great performance too and very brave. Alison said, Nkosi, you dance, I can't keep up with you. You're not easy at all. Eula says a great performer. Alison again says that you put a lot of good stuff in this young man's foundation that makes it so much easier to fix if things start going astray. Susan says, young man, the sky is the limit. Don't stop. Keep going. God bless you.
Sky can never be the limit. I will get the whole universe. Sky can't be the limit.
Nah.
Nice.
Eugene says, moving like a seasoned Calypsonian, but you forgetting his words, though, eh? So. Veronica says, you can sing and perform. Eugene, you're not easy. Susan, this young man is such a Carter. Love him. I don't know if Carter is the word she means to say, but she love him. And Nkosi, you're not easy, you know. One day you can charm the ladies so readily. Love it. Talent for so.
Kid on YouTube said, all the best to you and your future endeavors. Kendra Stewart said, proud of you, Nkosi. Keep it up. Your auntie would have been proud of you. Jennifer C. Charles said, I just had a food laugh with the young man. Well done. And he caught my eyes when he did this TikTok on the exam results.
Yes, we have that video to show for you too.
We have that?
Yeah, we have that.
All right, so let's go to that video C. And we have his father. Remember, folks, we have Nkosi's father in studio with us too. What's the story coming out here today? The story coming out here today is that children moving back and forth between parents can really mess them up.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we see children act up in school, we really don't know what they're carrying, and they don't want to talk about it.
Correct.
And we never take time to find out.
And to listen to them when
and
they
to
talk.
Listen to them.
Allow them to talk.
We thank the magistrate at the children's court for listening and sending him to the MiLAT, and we saved a youngster from a negative headline. And we saved a father from grieving, being interviewed by TV6 as to why his son ended up where he did. We thank you, Themba, for adding another constructive citizen to our society because of your fight and your refusal to give up on him. Well done, Father. Well done. Gary, by the time you're looking for the applause button,
yes, video C.
They deserve an applause. They deserve it.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Absolutely.
This is amazing. You see, most of the stories that we do always have, some kind of sad connotation to it, or struggle, and a lot of them too that we do are feel-good stories, and this one is one of them. Taking into consideration that when we see young people on social media, most of the time is negative, the fighting and the arguing, and maybe Themba, Nkosi, before we wrap up, you could tell us what you think causing some of that, from your observation. But let's go to the pictures. So we're going to show you a slide now.
Wait, video. We're going to the video first.
The video, okay.
The video.
So this
I take very long to pose.
Let's watch it.
But bam! For those who was watching my live, the sea I get 3 passes or whatever out of the 6 that I do, I get 3 passes out of the 6 I do, and I was happy. Reason being because I didn't know I could do it. And I'm kind of, I didn't know I could pass or anything. I was really praying. I make videos and telling other youths and all to and telling them there's this scene. Sexy coming up, prepare all this thing. But I was motivating them. I was motivating myself too, because I used to watch my videos and I move and motivate myself. Because my boomsy was crapping for them sexy and them. But I know I put in my work. I get my help from my 2 partners, Ishmael and Giovanni. I get my 2 partners and them they help me out. At times I know when they realize I'm slacking off from my work, they come in my room in the middle of the night and let me know boy you're slacking, what you doing? Thing. I want to thank all them, most important, I want to thank my instructors, I ain't going to call no name. I want to thank my English teacher, I ain't going to go to name neither. But I want to thank all a lot. Well, they helped me real plenty, well, they make me realize that I could do it, and that's why I'm going to do CXC again, so I could go back and get maths. But I want to thank all a lot. Well, they helped me a lot. And I want to thank anybody all them know. You see young fellas, if all them know this street and nothing for you. Chance if all you could join the program and see what you could do. It really helping. The MiLAT program really helping. It is a boss. Yes, at the beginning it will be hard, but it is a boss. Take what I'm telling you. I want to thank all you very much. Well, you helped me, and I want to help others. Thank you very much. So all they don't know is all the boy jiggers.
And is that. So that was Nkosi talking about how he.
This is for Nkosi.
Alright.
All the folks involved in his life, this approach. Yeah. Well done, Nkosi. Well done, Themba. Let's go to the pictures, Natasha.
Yeah, we could go through them one by one, and he can tell us.
Okay, so as we go through the pictures, Nkosi, you all will tell us what we're looking at here.
Actually, I saw Mr. Mohammed Friday, and I actually remind him I saw him going into the electrical store, and I remind him about his interview with you. From the time I started talking about Nkosi, he said, I interview a lot of people. From the time I started describing, he said, I'm going to remember that interview one time.
Well, there's a picture of Nkosi, Fazil Mohammed, and Ronald Field.
I always tell people, anywhere I go, I like to make a stamp. Must remember me. I don't ever be boring. I will remember me as old as he is. I will remember me.
Well, you're leaving a lot of memories here today. Let's go to the other, and we'll take some calls for him. I'm sure there are people out there who want to call. So this is you. Of course, they'll put you to do tug-of-war. You're not going to miss that.
Tug-of-war is my whole. In my family, we don't lose no tug-of-war. We don't lose no tug-of-war. My father, we don't lose. My father makes sure and whisper in my. Look at see my. If them they take that picture properly, all you would see my father. My father whisper in my. We family don't lose tug-of-war. Don't lose no tug-of-war. You see why I went in front? I want my face there.
Are you serious, eh?
Yeah, he's serious.
So you watch it. Let's go to the pictures. This is you and your team.
Did y'all win?
All right. Yes, we win. And I want to before let's keep that picture. You see those two fellas who are now past A.B. Wiley and Corporal James. I would like to big them up. Reason being is because you see them instructors. You see while everybody's sleeping in the night, while I was going through them 2 instructors helped. Them 2 and Corporal Scott also. Them take the time. Ellis Ferguson. He doesn't like Ellis Ferguson.
Wait, short man. Go back. Go back to the first one, please. With the tug-of-war, please.
Yeah, them 2 fellas, Corporal Scott and Ellis Ferguson, he's a hidden man. He doesn't want nobody calling him by this other big reason being because that man very intelligent. That man, he's the reason I get to change. He show me different things. He say, what you going to happen? Yeah, that's the 2 instructors there. A.B. Wiley and Corporal James.
They come like my big brother.
Them. Right.
I have the number on my phone, and that is the kind of relationship people don't know what it happened MiLAT.
Yeah.
Them is
I have them
big
guys'
one.
number in my phone. Like if that is my friends I grew up with and I only meet them through MiLAT.
Yeah.
And I could call them and say, hey, Nkosi having an issue. And they will go and they'll call him and they'll deal with him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, even if he having an issue home, they'll say, hey, Daddy, don't worry.
Let's go
We
to
go
the
deal with
pictures.
Nkosi.
Okay, so let's go to the pictures quickly and take some calls. If you're just joining us, you missed a lot. There's a picture that said he looks like a young Idi Amin. That is a portrait of a young Idi Amin in his younger days. Trust me.
All you missing is the medals and things.
You watching that picture, I was so full of myself, all you wouldn't believe. I take my time and that everything. Take my time. You see the little piece of smile? That's when the ladies say, that piece of smile there? Yeah. When I bust that picture, so.
So wait now. Did you see a change in him when he came back from the program?
Yeah, after the first 3 months that they send them home,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing I noticed is he making up his bed.
Yeah. That's first thing.
That I noticed.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
first thing is he making up his bed because, oh God, he had a ball of them trying to make up the bed.
Yes, and that is what a program like MiLAT and the military does for you.
Yeah, because do make up your
And
bed
his
now.
shoes.
And tell us about the shoes.
Boys don't like to clean the shoes for some reason, but not again.
All my
Not
shoes
again.
is
Not
clean.
again.
Shining and
Not
white.
again.
What else did you notice? You see, I want people to understand
How he just talk. Well, how he just fold clothes. But
He's
how he just talk to an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, ma'am. Before he was talking to adult like if they're his friends.
Right. So now,
But that changed when he went MiLAT and it's still in him.
lovely.
It's still in him because people just meet mom. Oh God, your son said I see me call him mom. You get Steve. I say, oh God, I is about 20 now. He call me mom. She say he make him feel old. Man. I said, nah, that's how he just talk now.
military training.
Yeah.
And this is the point we're trying to drive home here today, folks. You and Themba, you all would say that you would recommend MiLAT program to anybody once they want to do it.
Yeah, I would recommend.
Exactly.
I would
would
recommend
not-
it, and I want to stop the stigma that MiLAT is only for boys who given trouble.
Yeah,
Stop
that.
that stigma. That is what everybody. So when somebody tells somebody, "Hey, your child could go MiLAT," everybody is, but he's not a criminal. You don't have to be a criminal to go to the MiLAT program. It is a program to make him a better man
Tell
for
us about this
society.
picture we're looking at here now.
That picture, we don't want in this picture, but I can't remember. All I know, I just come to look sexy and I did shave my head, ball and stuff. And that is, you see the person who stand up right behind me on the left hand side, that come like my brother. Me and he followed so many times, and that is Giovanni. That is the fella that helped me out. He come in my room and I say, partner, he was in my class too. You're slacking, we need to do this. And he's the only man other than that basically come in and help me with my schoolwork. Because it has certain fellas used to ask, but remember them on them own be them on a pass too. Them
Right.
take time out of them time and them help me.
Next
late
next
in the
picture,
night.
short man.
One thing
Let's
I want
go.
to
we have a lot to go through, so let's go through.
One thing I want to interject to what MiLAT actually taught him is brotherhood. Before he used to believe he could do things on his own.
Everything by myself. I was a lone wolf.
This picture here is. Remember this picture?
Yeah, I remember this picture. That lady there is also a counselor. You see that fella on the right hand side there? Like Corporal Casa. That man there, full, you just watching, he looks quiet, but he's full of knowledge. That man there full of knowledge. Although he was vexed with me for a guy who used to do real nonsense. Trust and believe. See when you now come? Remember, in an environment we're looking like if you're in prison. And that man talked to me because the first thing I tell you, I say, you looking like the Terminator. And I swear to God, sir. You looking like the Terminator. I watching you sit up there with all them kind of bombs. Say, look like you and the Navy war, the pelta grenade at you and you come back to Trinidad. I'm telling you.
Next picture, short man, quickly. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and we've had a conversation with Themba and his father, who Themba was, his father reached out. He never gave up on his son. And now his son is a graduate of the MiLAT program.
That picture is when I went in success school. Same school my father went to. I went to talk to you. I went in 5 different schools to talk to last year, August.
Okay,
Right.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's go to a young man like him should be grabbed up by the Defense Force. And this is you here, the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. You at the microphone here at a function. What was this about?
This was, they asked me to talk about how the MiLAT program help and so on and so on. And it really had my concern in reading now. Because, you see my reading, I did not, from them I see words, I flip the book, me not reading no words, and I have a translator on my phone.
Right.
So MiLAT helped reading, and so I had to tell them what to do for me, because MiLAT, out of my whole batch, I believe, me and Green, it had a big impact on the two of us. It helped us a lot, other than, because we are troubled now, you know that kind of way?
Next picture, yes.
Now
yes,
we have
I could
meaning.
understand.
We
understand. So, and this is you standing, you and your cohort standing behind a cadre of ministers. So, for those of you who, on radio, we have, sitting in the front row is MP Leons, Scotland, Minister Gaspy Dolly, Mr. Foster Cummings, Mr. Fitzgerald Hines, and of course, at the end is Major David Benjamin.
My face, right there. I behind where's this guy
Mr. Foster Cummings.
When we was in the parade, he ain't stopped by nobody else on we parade but me. And he remember my face good.
Mr. Hines?
Yeah.
No,
that's
Foster
Cummings.
Okay,
He remember my face good.
Right. Next picture, and this is you and another instructor here. And we just want to come up on the screen, and we just going through some pictures.
This is
no, that is I just had to take that picture with you because reason being, but I wasn't even since I was boy. I just had, when I see it for the first time, so we had to get that picture out here. Cause no more love him, and I used to watch all the videos. I still watch all the videos. I wonder if you remember that picture.
How old are you now?
I recently turned 19.
Nice. So, you know, I am so proud, and I really wish you and your father. Let's the video of the passing out short, man. We forgot that one.
No, it's at the end.
It's not the end. Or we have a next. We have JKLMNO short, man. So let's go quick and we take some calls. And right after this, we'll take some calls. And
well, you could go through them a little faster now, yes.
Yeah, I could go through them a little faster now, short man. So we get down to video to image J, K, L, M, N, and then we finish off with the passing out parade in Tetron Barracks.
Yes.
From the batch of 2016, and then we take your calls. And we, you know, Themba, again, would you like to elaborate how good this program is? And would you recommend it on a wider scale, and especially for young women too as well?
Yes, I would recommend this program for all youths, male or female. What I actually like about the program is the discipline. And parents, I wanna actually reach out to the parents. In every organization, it is our ups and downs. Because being in there, a lot of parents complain, but nothing in this world, this run 100. Nothing in this world is run 100. So give the program a chance. And if you yourself could do something to benefit, because with my son and his batch, a lot of parents chip in to do stuff, help the program reach more people. And I would like to have actually a female session, because right now most of the fights we see in these days involve female. And what the MiLAT program actually does is, you see the love, they group them so they form a bond with each other. You know, because sometimes when he come home, he would say, "Daddy, me, I'm a batch going on like mine," and I used to say, "Well, like, you join the army already," you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it, because you're meeting friends who similar to you, people. So when you work with somebody who have similar issues with you, all you grow together. All you grow together, and all you create memories together.
So let's go to the passing out parade now.
Yes, so let's go to that video, short man video.
This responsibility with discipline, respect, loyalty, honor, and dignity, and that they will uphold and fulfill all traditions and customs of the MiLAT you to be the model citizens, exemplars for all future cadets, your peers, within your community, and the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We say farewell.
You just play it one more time so those of you who just joined us can see.
This responsibility with discipline, respect, loyalty, honor, and dignity, and that we will uphold and fulfill all traditions and customs of the MiLAT Academy. We hereby challenge you to be the model citizens, exemplars for all future cadets, your peers, within your community, and the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Say farewell.
Yes, so that this is MiLAT. MiLAT is a 2-year residential program for those of you who are wondering, and it is, as God said at the top of the program, this is our way of justifying the need for not only for MiLAT to be extended and expanded to include girls as well and young women, but as a model for the national service that God spoke about in his Calypso. We need some kind of a structure or alternative to the traditional education system for young men and women who need that kind of discipline and structure in their lives.
Yeah. And some Gary just said that Red requested Nkosi's presence when we finish here, so you'll be a guest on Red 96.7. You're going and talk to your peeps across there too.
Yeah.
Let's take some calls, 6223937, and we're speaking with young Nkosi Thomas, aka Jiggles.
Yes,
and his father, Themba Thomas, in studio with us. A feel-good story here this morning. Son, all I want to say to you, just stay on the straight and narrow. When I looking at that passing out parade there, I just wish God could hurry up and send me back to Tron. You know, yeah. But you always hear me say that, Natasha. I die
know,
and come
but
back. I
for
want
you
to go
to
back
do
that. Yeah, I have to die, right?
Exactly. So I don't understand where you're going with that.
But you people let's watch that drill. Damn thing not easy. Your foot is be burning it.
But you telling me?
Especially when you're fat, man. And you're carrying all that weight and you're moving slow. Whoa.
Yeah.
And then you stand up for the independence parade. I just tell people I never own my foot. That was the government foot. Because if it was my foot, I move from there. That was not my foot.
Hello, good morning.
I'm telling you, you can't pass out.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'd like to say congratulations to the young gentleman there. You know, known in the entertainment all as Jiggles. Yes, Jiggles. Okay, yes, man. I had the pleasure of seeing you perform live at the Queen Soul, you know, and I must say I wasn't aware of your challenges, you know. I was listening to this program that I hear, you know, but look at that, you made it through, and you still have so long, so how far again to go. But I wish you well and all the best, and you're an inspiration. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
And let me say, to the program directors and this is really a great program. You know, I will hope it have the sponsorship really to really carry this program further and wide as far as you guys will want it to. It's really a good program. Thank you.
After God, thank you, my friend.
Right.
Thank you, sir. And I again, we want to reiterate. I think MiLAT should be spread across Trinidad and Tobago. Every place, east, west, north, and south, have camps in every district, and we spread this program. We're gonna save our children. I guarantee you all that.
Too.
We have enough retired sailors, soldiers, servicemen who I think will be willing to don that kit again and on behalf of our young people. Let's save them. They leave school with no academic qualification or vocational skill. The only thing they could do is end up in trouble. And give people at the children's court more work to do.
And what I was saying too, the children that actually, they should have a actual spot for them for like the troubles one who in school, expelling them. When you don't expel them, what are they going to do?
Correct.
They should be the first ones to go there from expel just straight to the.
Yep.
Let's take a call.
Absolutely.
Now, in all fairness to the Minister of Education, she did recommend, and I want to commend her.
Yeah, she did recommend.
And she said something that we've been saying since Mrs. Manning was Minister of Education. And she finally said it. We finally meet a Minister of Education. Guys should get applause for that too, you know. Who finally didn't put more time, she didn't mince words. They have drug addicts in our schools. And she recommend that we should have mandatory youth service, and we 100% agree. Thank you, Minister. Well said. She didn't have a choice because you're faced with a young lady who no teacher would want to teach. Less nobody talking about that part. Because once she gets on like that with one teacher, all teachers will say, I'm not teaching that child. So the ministry's hands were tied really. But as you said, is what next?
And what I like about what I like actually about that situation is when you do this will happen. But not because you made a mistake, your life end.
Correct.
Right. And,
you know?
And
but
did recommend,
when you make an action, all action have a reaction, and this is the consequence for your action. But we ain't forget you. We have something to make it better.
Hello, good morning.
Yep.
Morning, God.
Morning, ma'am.
Speaking from Tobago, I'm so glad to hear that boy with that lovely, lovely tone of voice. I am just encouraging him, keep it up, and we need one of those things in Tobago for those young people here too.
Thank you. Well said.
Yes, boy, congratulations. I'm only sorry you can come and get to learn to do some of Auntie Jean Bene
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
You can come to learn to do some of them nice
don't
Bene
need no
because
Bene
you have a lot of them. And when you get to place down by the hotel down the road there, where you call that the Hyatt Hotel there, the spot there, you could go and open up your big shop.
Yes.
Right? Continue, man. Learn your trade, man, and do everything and do nice things.
Go visit here.
Maybe nice balls and
visiting
nice
you is joke.
and
Bring in my pot, because I don't use bowl.
Okay, darling.
All right,
congratulations.
You're welcome. Yeah, but he need Bene boy. He need a treadmill. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. 6223937. Good morning.
Good morning, God.
Morning.
Natasha.
Good morning.
Jiggers and Daddy.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Jiggers boy, we are proud of you. You have been there. You have done that. And praise God that you have a father, you have parents who stuck behind you, because there's this narrative that fathers missing and the children are suffering. But through the guidance and the encouragement of your dad, you have been through a lot. You have made it. And once more, Jiggers, we just say to you, my brother, all doors will be open to you.
Yes,
so
sir.
continue what you're doing, and God bless you in all your future endeavors. Enough respect to you and your dad and the St. Clair's. Good program. God bless.
6223937. If you're joining us, say hello to Nkosi Thomas and his father, Themba Thomas. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
You like
Great
my name?
program as usual. A great program as usual.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
I am proud of you. I saw in the TikTok, and I said, but who is this young man? I know of the MiLAT program. It is going to come strength to strength. Continue. I'm proud of you. Young man, you have places to go. Do not give up. Love, love, love.
Yes, miss.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sugar.
And I must mention, the whole village where we live, compliments. I actually work as a PA driver, and watch me. They just ring out my ears by my son. Yeah.
Well, you can't
So we live my tower, San Juan, so I can't forget them.
Right.
They are actually proud of him. They just point him out to let everybody know. This people is actually say, this is why I want my son to be like that boy who is walking around in the box in the yard. Because he have a little music. Well, you know the youth says when the little music works. Yeah, they say I want my son to be like that.
Hello, good morning. 622-3937. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is this I-95.5?
You live on the air, sir? Go ahead.
Yes, may I congratulate you all on a fantastic program. And congratulations to the young man and his father. And may God bless them always and keep them strong.
Thanks a lot.
One little thing I would like is, how can you explain how one may get onto MiLAT or register at MiLAT or be enrolled at MiLAT, the whole process, please?
You could register online, sir, or you could look up the page and add the contact number there also.
Or visit Mosika.
Or you could visit Mosika.
You could visit Mosika. MiLAT compound is next to CCC, and they will direct you where to go.
So is MiLAT part of the government program? Or?
Exactly.
Yes, it's under the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. Previously it was under National Security, MiLAT and MiPath, and CCC, but they're now under the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. So you can visit Camp Mosika, you know the old Teachers Training College Road,
or look up MiLAT on Facebook.
Or look up MiLAT on Facebook. Yes, and they have a vibrant Facebook page.
Yep.
So you can look them up on Facebook as well. You'll get all the information there. Or if you're close to Vemcot, CCC compound, or again, you have the option of going to Facebook, and you'll get a form, and they'll guide you there accordingly.
I assume Ministry of Youth as well.
Well, yes, of course. Yes. I'm not sure about the ministry, but I know about the other places that we mentioned where you can get a form. And as Jiggle said, you can go online and fill out the form as well, right? There you go.
Because remember, everything technical uprising, so really, majority of the things now that is really check out, they not really go and check paper, they go and check online.
Right.
Yeah.
So not...
Okay. I am a bit of a dinosaur, so I'm coming online slowly.
You can visit the location, man.
Yeah, or you could visit Mosika.
Not a problem. Thank you very much, gentlemen and lady.
You're welcome.
Keep the good work up.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. 622-3927, good morning.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Good morning to Miss Lady from Jamaica who joined us. Thank you very much, Jamaica, for listening to as well. Thank you, Canada. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Garth and Natasha.
Yes, ma'am.
As usual, you getting a feedback?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, we get enough feedback.
Are you getting a feedback?
Yes, we are.
Look, let me Lloyd.
Oh, yes. Come back. Yes, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Dependency, and you missed a lot, and you want to catch a repeat, you can catch it on our Facebook page or YouTube channel afterwards. Good morning.
Yes, I'm calling to congratulate Nkosi.
Nkosi, ma'am. Nkosi.
Nkosi?
Yes.
I'm calling to congratulate Nkosi. As an adult, I'm very, very proud of you. And I want to tell you, Nkosi, keep your chin up. Daddy, Thomas, I am happy that you stick with your son. What moved my heart, and I felt a little down in my heart, is when he said the teacher, when he was going to sit the common entrance exam, he remembered what the teacher said to him, and he just put the paper down. So adults must be careful what they say to children. It can have a serious effect on them.
Yes, for real.
Keep your chin up, Nkosi. I'm proud of you. Keep going forward. God bless you, Garth and Natasha. Good program as usual. Keep going forward.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can they allow him and MiLAT to visit schools in Tobago? I know MiLAT, they need a MiLAT in Tobago for sure. You know, and this would be do well in Tobago.
I know it need a MiLAT all over.
Yeah.
Every girl MiLAT in every country, trust and believe certain. Because then again, to this type of people, MiLAT is just a programmer. Everybody have a mind of his own. Because
Hello?
it does always have people who just come in a
Morning.
place
1 second.
and live the same place. See, live the
Yeah,
same,
the
come
same
and
way.
live the same way.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
You live on the air, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes, hi, good morning. I want to say congratulations to Nkosi Thomas and his father, Themba. Yes, hello?
Yes,
Yes,
we hear
we
you.
hear
Go
you.
ahead.
Can't hear you.
Now she going silent.
Hello.
I think she's having some audio problem.
Yeah, so
Yes,
Themba,
ma'am.
I just want to say well done. Keep your head up.
Yes, ma'am, we're hearing
Yes,
you.
hello?
Yes,
Yes,
we're
ma'am, we're
hearing
hearing
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, like she having some audio problem. I don't know if she's listening.
Hello, morning.
Please.
Morning. How you all doing?
Morning.
All right.
Morning.
Jiggers, my brother. How things?
Everything cool, so what going on?
Dave, this is one of your biggest supporter on TikTok by this Sugar Bush. You know, I feel I'm real proud of you this morning. You know, and I want to ask God to bless your father, you know, for standing at your side and not throwing his hands up in the air and giving up on you. You know? Because I just want you to stay focused, continue in fervent prayer. Because the enemy is real out here.
Come on.
You know, we know you are doing something good, you did something well, but there are those who will find, well, hey, you understand? You know the naysayers.
Come on.
I want you to continue looking up, for the sky is the limit, my brother. Because I wish in my time I had those opportunities. Because I was somewhat like you, you know, I was so miserable. I used to do wickedness. Before I had the understanding, I used to do wickedness just to get in YTC. To learn a trade. Because my parents, you know, my father wasn't school supportive, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, man.
So I used to be home most of the time. So I used to go and do all kind of wicked things. You name about it just for police to hold me to end up in YTC. You know what I'm saying? But probably just wasn't to be, you know. But I really want to thank God for you this morning, Jiggles, and stay focused. Stay focused, and as I said, remain in prayer. Blessings to each and everyone and to your family, man. Blessings.
Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot, caller.
Thank you.
6223. What year did you pass out?
This year in September.
You just pass out?
Yeah, we just passed out.
You fresh off the square?
Come on. I ain't going back on that square yet. I ain't planning to go back there now. My foot now healing.
Yeah.
You know how much it is to put all that weight on one foot? A big fella, I tell people, this is like carrying flour. Carry all that weight on one foot. My foot just be hurting. So when I was on that pass, no period, people getting tapped. Some of my basket I was whispering, like them cat don't talk, boy. All I want to do, them turn some long speech and men out in the hot sun. A man drop down and fall down, and I'm still talking. I said, Lord, Father.
No.
I said, if I fall here, if I
Floor
fall
crack.
here, yeah, floor go and crack.
Hello, good
I
morning.
go and bounce.
623937. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
God and Natasha.
Morning.
God, Tiggy here, you know, I looked on just as he was looked on and sent me a thumbs up.
Tiggy, morning there.
Wonderful program this morning, and to the young man, Nkosi.
Yes, ma'am.
I was to laugh when he burned with Stalin, Lord.
This is Anne-Marie Pascal, you better known as Twiggy from Tuco.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
good
when
job.
she tell you that, she tell you.
Pop the thing, and you know, the thing is, these programs have been out there so long, you know, a lot of people doesn't know about these programs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so it's glad, I'm happy that you could bring it to the forefront so that, you know, people could access it. And to the father, congratulations. Yeah, man. The
Yeah,
young
to
men and them,
Thanks,
they need a fatherhood in the house to guide them. Yeah.
Yeah, Twiggy.
You know,
Thanks
yeah,
a lot,
man.
my dear.
No problem.
Say hello to the family, Oba.
Yes,
Thanks,
yes.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Bless.
All right, sister, respect.
What we want is people to put up so much application forms that they will have no choice but to increase the program and put it all over the place. So people just apply like all they going crazy. Let the government, let everybody in charge see that this is what we want. We are the power, we the people, you know.
Yes.
We have to show them that is what we want.
Correct.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. 6223937. And as before, that's not before.
Somebody was asking, what are you doing now? You working?
Yeah, working in a ghost street in Curab majority. And my fans, they see me there while I packing the bag. You telling me while I packing bag, sometime people at that time I was packing a bag and this was so weird, but I seen the fella is staring at me from the back of the line. I said, but why? And I watching the catcher come here and the catcher good, man. She real good. She said, and she done start to smile at me because she waiting to tell him, yes, that is Jiggles there. she waiting to say, because every time somebody come up and they say, your face look familiar. I said, for real? Yeah, like somebody on TikTok said, nah, wrong person. There's always take me for that. She said, nah, that he said, they said, yeah, they
Tell him
see.
what he does do on your own. What he does do on his own is he does do promo ads on TikTok for small businesses.
Okay.
That's his own thing.
Right. Nice one.
Yeah, and I love music. I just do anything. Once you see I can make a person smile, as long as me not harming nobody, I just like to see smiling faces. I like vibes. I don't like violence. I just love vibes. You see, from the time you start with violence, I find a different club to go with. I rather line with people and them who not eating than line with people who eating and them on violence. I rather line with the people and them who not eating because sure we split our box.
Before we go, Nkosi, what is your take on what is happening with your peers in society right now and the violence that is
I
happening?
believe majority of them are nonsense. Because the kind of things I be hearing, because at that time I went a party and I see two women start a fight. And ask them what they fight for, is because the man mashed my shoes. So he mashed shoe and you tell my bells for objects. That eventually that shoes go and rot away and pass away. And we go and do bury it, then a person. The kind of fight and the argument for the petty little thing. And it have some people, because I know it have youths, I had a set of friends. That's the reason why I didn't want no friends at a point in time. Because I had a set of friends. And you see, as soon as I start to do certain things that started better myself, all in them started dislike me. So they started make fun of me and stuff. That's why I always wanted to do things by myself.
So you're not bowing to peer pressure?
Nah, I mean doing that.
6223937. 6223937. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Can you raise your volume a bit?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
To everyone, I'm calling from Tobago.
Welcome, Tobago.
My son was a past student of MiLAT. I want to congratulate Jiggles as well as his father. I want to stress how important it is for parents to support their children. And I also want to commend the soldiers, those who are actually connected directly with the boys.
Soldiers and sailors.
Yes, soldiers, sailors, air guard, all those who are connected with them directly. They play a great role in molding. They are most important. They keep in contact with them all now, even though my son has finished. There are those that he still keep in contact. That connection is so important. And I thank God for my MiLAT program. I wish that we could have one in Tobago, because for some parents it's a bit challenging, the back and forth and the support.
Yes.
But I am grateful and thankful for this program. This is a very important program. I feel that this is a program that should be, all young men should be exposed to something as well as females. We need to have one for females as well. Okay? So I want to thank you all for having Jiggles on your program to spread the word about MiLAT, and have a blessed day. And the sky is the limit, Jiggles. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you very much too for endorsing as a parent the MiLAT program, and to the instructors all of them, we have your applause coming up. To everybody, starting from the Dean, Mr. Llewellyn McIntosh, aka Short Pants, and everybody come right down.
Yeah, Mr. McIntosh is a boss.
Yeah.
Mr. McIntosh
Hello,
is
morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
To Garth and Natasha, another diamond on your crown. You all never ceases. Good morning. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you, but you need to turn off your device, and we'll hear you clearly on the phone.
Okay. Are you hearing me better now?
Yes, we're hearing you better.
Okay. Garth and Natasha, another diamond to your crown. You all never ceases to amaze me every Sunday. I have not heard about a mother in this scenario with the Thomases. Is there a mother?
Yes, we probably missed that at the top.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
did,
yes, he have his mother there. She's there.
Okay. Let me say, these parents took charge of their child. That young woman in the school who disrespected herself first, her parents, and all of Trinidad and Tobago with her behavior. Where was that parent? Look at this young man. Compare him to that girl. You going home to which parent's house you walk into with that attitude? Which parent? And then they're blaming the government and the people in parliament. It starts with the parents.
Thank you, ma'am.
God and Natasha, thanks a million. Mr. Thomas and Nkosi, listen, all of God's richest blessings to you in every aspect of your life. And to the mother who brought you into this world, may God continue to bless her. Thanks a million. Stay good, people.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
So Nkosi has to go across now to Red 96.7. The young men are with you across there. Give me a hand. No, you two, yeah, well, come here. My mother used to always give me a prayer to say.
Touch because squeeze.
And, you need to say this in Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For He shall give His angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, young lion, and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I'll deliver him. I'll set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I'll be with him in trouble. I'll deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. This is a prayer my mother told me to say every single day. Every day. Thank you for the applause, Lord. Thank you very much. This is what my mother taught me to say every day. And I said it even when I was in trouble, even when I was in prison. And it kept me here today. Nkosi, Themba, God bless you all. Natasha, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And, this was a wonderful program. And those of you online, thank you so much. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll continue to support what we do. And I say amen, amen, amen. Bless you.
Broadcasting from Port of Spain, Trinidad, this is the most influential name in radio, I-95.5. Live local coverage you can depend on. This is News Center 5 at noon.
The UNC says budget goodies would be taken back in electricity and property tax next year. Carcasses of 9 scarlet ibis birds found in central Trinidad, 1 man is held. Police probe fatal accident in Tobago, and Hurricane Tammy pulling away from the northern Leeward Islands. Good afternoon, I'm Janelle Wilson. Government is said to be giving with one hand and taking back with the other, so says opposition MP Saddam Hussein. He was speaking at a media conference hosted by the United National Congress this morning. Mr. Hussein said, during the budget presentation, Finance Minister Colin Mimbert announced a number of goodies. However, he said it will all be taken back next year with the increase in electricity and property tax.
So he said he's going to give an increase in minimum wage, some back pay, and a textbooks grant, but it's subject to a means test. But then let's look at the flip side. You have to now pay property tax in fiscal 2024. You don't have to pay increased electricity rates in fiscal 2024. You have to bear the increased cost of living in 2024. Increase rents because property tax will obviously carry up the rates of rent. We have high food prices, which will also be affected because of the higher electricity rates. And then we are already burdened and saddled with high gas prices. So this minister or this government, their plan is that we must now sit down in the dark, open the window and get breached through the burglar proof after this hike in electricity rate.
He also spoke to the challenges facing the prison service and the TTPS. Mr. Hussein said the state has admitted to a shortage of officers in the fight against crime and its intention to hire 1,000 recruits. He questioned why special reserve officers are not being absorbed into the TTPS.
So they have now put a plan on the table that they are going to hire 1,000 more recruits, but there is no additional budget for salaries. Right. The second point is that you have SRP officers who do the exact same work as the regular officers, but they are being paid much less. Their terms and conditions of employment are less favorable than the regular officers. Our position was that let us absorb